You are experiencing the Kathryn Dunn Show. With us today, we have Matt Capazzi, Elaine, Vario, and I'm Kathryn Dunn. How are you?
Great. How are you?
Great. I can tell from your woohoo that you are ready to party, Elaine.
I am so ready. You just beyond ready.
Yeah.
Past it. I'm on the
Just
next level.
just seconds ago, she was saying, "I just woke up."
I just and I slept through the alarm. I had the alarm set for like a half an hour ago. I slept right through it. But that's okay. That's okay. I'm still here.
All right.
That's all.
So now it's time for
Whine and Whisper Light ASMR.
where you guys get to guess what I'm drinking based on how it sounds.
Human blood.
Oh, I hear something. I think
It's
you're
not
using a
human
straw.
blood. It's not human blood.
Maybe high C?
One of those things with the drink boxes with the little straws.
Capri Sun.
If you guess coconut water, you are correct.
So close.
Yeah. Those are all really good guesses, though. All right. Guess what time it is? It's time for Are You Aware? And Do You Care? With Matt Capazzi.
All right. Okay. So, less depressing.
I like how I share what I'm like. This belongs on the show, and then everybody's like, well, let's read something less depressing than this, less depressing than that.
Hey, yesterday was a good day.
Yeah. What was
Go for the good
yesterday?
stuff. Wasn't it the 5th? What day are we on?
What?
What?
Was it the 5th?
Yeah.
So half of the world was out protesting. That's a good thing. I thought myself.
What
Right,
part of
Matt?
half the world?
Well, every
What?
state. At
Oh, you
Greenland.
mean all the protests?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every state. So it's not on the regular media, but it's out there. Nobody knows that?
Yeah.
They know that. Everybody knows that, right?
What?
Everyone knows that it happened, right? And it's not that much on mainstream media, but everybody knows that it happened.
Well, Matt, are
The
you aware?
protests?
Are you
Yeah.
aware?
Yeah.
Do you care?
Yep.
See, win-win. I don't know anything else that happened. That's the only thing I know that happened.
All
I'm aware
right.
because Elaine told me.
So first, the New York City transit officials said goodbye to the MetroCard. Now, the MTA is waving farewell to another transit icon, the famed subway map, which is getting a new look for the first time since 1979.
I'm aware. I don't
think
care.
I wish I had more old subway maps.
I got one in my pocketbook.
Nice.
I used to give them to tourists. Wait a second. But oh, I guess that's why they were so plentiful in the underground not too long ago.
Really?
Probably. Yeah, because I just got it maybe a couple of months ago. Because they change things all the time, and they go to the north platform, northwest platform, and up platform, down. Whenever they change it, and I ask people, nobody knows where anything is, so I figured I would take it. Not that I've used it, but I figured I would take it, and there was a lot of them. So
All right,
there you go.
Senator Cory Booker, uh, his floor speech protesting the Trump administration policies. His speech lasted 25 hours,
Yeah,
which is a new
filibuster. Sorry.
which is a new modern Senate record.
It's a filibuster. If you
Yeah.
ever saw the movie, what's the movie with Jimmy Stewart?
Mr. Smith Goes to
It
Washington.
goes to Washington.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So I think I called Booker and I texted him and said, "Good job."
Yeah.
That's
You know
crazy.
that
We
the
talked
guy that
for
before that
like
that did it
25
was Strum
hours.
Thurmond.
That's a really
Grum
long time.
Thurman. I
Strum
don't think.
Thurmond did it. He beat out Strum Thurmond's record by a little bit. I don't know what it was, but Strum Thurmond was there for like 24 hours, whatever the hell it was, talking about civil rights and how black shouldn't get them.
Oh, well then,
Yeah.
then it's even
So
then it's even a sweeter win because he's a black man.
exactly,
Yeah.
and that was his goal.
Good for him.
So he knew not to drink water. I'm sure he wore diapers.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Think
they
about it.
That's what they make a
crazy.
big deal about. I'm not aware,
Think
and I
about it.
don't care if he had
Can you
diapers
imagine talking for 25 hours?
No.
on. I can't.
You're not just talking, you're standing up while you're doing it.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
You're
I
not
can't.
sitting, you're standing up.
Nope.
You have to concede the floor every so often, but not really, only for questions of whatever. So you don't give up your thing.
So you say no, yeah. Can I take your drug? Oh,
No, it's right. So there's a thing. It's very tricky how that has to happen. But yeah, filibuster's a thing.
Well, wasn't it not a filibuster, but something else?
No, that's a filibuster. I don't know what they call it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, a filibuster is when you stand up there and just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk.
yeah, that's a filibuster.
I mean, he could have been reading. He could have been reading scripture from the Bible, for example, just to take his time and not concede his time. When you don't concede your time is when I believe it's called a filibuster. But I'm not sure about that.
Also, the man behind the disastrous 2017 Fire Festival is back with another attempt at hosting a music event. Last month, he claimed the festival would be held on Mexico's Isla Mujeres, only for officials there to say, as far as they knew, the event didn't exist. Are you aware and do you care?
Oh my God.
No.
That's real. That's crazy.
Wow. Okay. What Fire King? I'm missing something.
You know the Fire Festival?
No.
So it was this festival that was like advertised to really high-end clients who said yes, but there were like not enough bathrooms, not enough food, and these people were there for like a long time, and the guy went to jail for even like because it was fraud.
It's sounding familiar.
Yeah, and now he's got a new one.
See, I thought they called it Woodstock.
No, this is way worse.
No, that's the one thing about the protest the other day. Did you read the article? There's some cop said that in New York, because it was from 42nd Street down to the 20s.
Wow.
Up and down Fifth Avenue. And he said there were only 44 cops on duty because they didn't think anybody would come.
Oh, well, I guess they were wrong.
So all the side streets, regular people took turns letting traffic go or stopping traffic, like doing the policing. And I immediately thought of when we had that blackout and they did that on Long Island, like people jumped out to do. So this
the right thing?
Yeah, so to do the right thing, exactly. So there was no violence, no. Now, just so you know, we all know it was a positive thing, and all these positive things come out of it, and they didn't need cops, and everybody was out, almost peace and love-ish. And they've tried to spin it while people were paid $40 an hour to do it. This is what one of my Trump enemies online said. Somebody else, X posted, it's really just something from the deep state saying
the Fire Festival.
Okay,
What happened? What just happened?
I don't know.
Two people spoke at the same time. What were you saying, Matt?
Aren't we talking about the Fire Festival?
She moved on to the protesters.
I went back to the protesters because I wanted you to know that they're trying to spin it that it wasn't peaceful and that people were paid, and George Soros was the one who paid them. And in other words, it's not on the mainstream media, so I think it's more important that people realize that anything they hear is going to be bullshit. Look for the videos that are out there that real people talk, because it's not on me.
Also, Wheel of Fortune host Pat Sajak is going to return to the game show for a final spin.
No.
After decades behind the iconic wheel, followed by his 2024 retirement, Pat Sajak is preparing for his final spin on Celebrity Wheel of Fortune.
Okay.
Sajak, who stepped down from his hosting duties in June 24, will make one last appearance. A star-studded lineup is gearing up to join Sajak for a week of Celebrity Wheel of Fortune, including Josh Gad, Regina Hall, Ellie Kemper, Justin Long, and Catherine McPhee.
Can't stand Sajak, still don't like him.
Really?
Never liked Sajak.
Wow.
Yeah,
he was always so rude. He was always so rude to the contestants. He didn't enjoy when they won money.
Wow, that's weird.
He seems to me like he enjoyed it when they lost. Oh, look, sorry.
Have a nice day.
Yeah. I couldn't stand Sajak. And then years later it came out that he was drunk. Which I couldn't stand him. Towards the end he got a little bit better. I guess it wasn't drunk anymore. But I like Ryan. Ryan does not offend me at all. He's just fine.
Everyone likes Ryan.
Is there a new Vanna White?
No.
No, there's still Vanna White.
So Vanna White. I tell you think it's not a big deal what she does, but every time she used to go away or on vacation, whoever was filling in for her, it's like, yeah, they just don't do it right. And you're like, but it's just letters. It's like, yeah, she knows how she's doing it. She got this down.
She have a knack. She had a knack.
Yeah, she does. She does. And now she does it. Now it's so much easier because it's all like touch the buttons, for the letters to go. But it must be how she does it, because whenever somebody fills in for her, you can see that she just really knows what she's doing. And you would think it's the easiest thing. You're just turning over letters that they light up for you.
Yeah, but I see people do the wrong letters. I see people walk the wrong way towards the little thing.
Right. Yeah. That's what she does. She makes it all seamless. And it's like, and you don't even realize how well she does it until she's not the one doing it.
This just in.
What?
Go ahead.
On April 1st, Cory Booker of New Jersey set a record for making the longest speaking appearance on the Senate floor, but Booker's effort did not likely qualify as a filibuster, one of the chamber's unique traditions of attempting to block or delay a vote by not allowing debate on it to end.
So it wasn't about a vote, he was just talking.
Yeah.
Did you Google this?
No,
man, I did. Fuck you, Bo. We don't Google. That's the rule.
Who said you don't Google?
That was the rule in the old days. Never mind. I don't care.
Oh, I thought it wasn't. I thought it was like we say shit and nobody checks it and whatever.
That's the truth.
And you're allowed to do that. But okay, so why didn't it qualify as a filibuster? Because it wasn't something.
Yeah, why didn't it qualify? As long as you did.
What's that?
That's bull.
Also bull.
Finger.
Okay, so it doesn't qualify as a filibuster because there wasn't a vote on the floor?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, fair enough. And he was just talking for what reason other than to break what's his name's record?
Because it wasn't about a certain piece of legislation.
What was it about?
Filibuster is only
what was it about? What was he doing? What was it about?
Talking about the craziness that's going on in America.
Yes. Yeah. All he was trying to do was block Trump.
But I thought there was...
he was trying to just block Trump.
Block Trump from what?
Block Trump from what? He doesn't know.
If there wasn't a legislature being discussed, because he must have held something back.
You want the pizza hot or cold?
Hot. What'd you say?
I say Google it.
Right?
I know. I heard the end of it. I did turn the end of it. So it was anti-Trump. That's for sure.
Yeah, but that's an easy thing. Did you see Obama's thing?
Yeah.
That when he said, now what would you have all done if I did this?
Oh, they would have they would have tarred and feathered him on the front house lawn.
I still cannot get over, and I can't get over this. Those Republicans that wanted to impeach Clinton for a fucking consensual blowjob. And they are lining up behind a rapist, a convicted fucking felon, to say, oh, it's no big deal. No big deal.
I just don't understand that felons can't
Clinton's
vote.
Blowjob was high crimes and misdemeanors.
Yeah, but felons can't vote, but they can be president. That's what bothers me.
That is correct. That's what bothers me. That is correct. That is correct.
That's the part that bothers me the most. How can you be president? You can't vote. You can't vote for yourself. He can't vote for himself. Sorry.
Well,
all right.
Well,
I don't know.
That appears to be the end of that segment because Matt has left the building.
Oh, he's mad now. Sorry.
Why?
I don't know.
Because we got carried away. Maybe. I hope it's not anything bad.
Maybe he also just dropped the call. I don't know.
Oh yeah, maybe it was his phone that made all that noise before.
No, I don't know. He could also be mad. But anyway, now it's time for
about what?
About him not getting a word in edgewise. It's all right.
What?
Anyway, now it's time for a new segment called "Are You Out of Your Fucking Mind?" The segment where we ask, "Are we out of our fucking minds here?"
The answer is yes.
All right. So what have you got?
Much. Oh, we have to have a story about this?
Yeah, you ask a question and then you ask, "Are you out of your fucking mind?"
You live in America and shit is going on. Are they out of their fucking minds?
Yeah, and they're doing stuff and it doesn't make the news, but the stuff that makes the news is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
Are they out of their fucking minds?
I got nothing.
Go ahead.
Trump voters, Trump supporters, are they out of their fucking minds?
Well, you can say that now without being too much argued with, because some are starting to realize that they might have.
No, they're not.
Well, it's true.
Elaine,
down.
Here's the thing with this. And I go on and on and on about it. When it was right before the election, and people were saying things like, well, I still don't know. I'm not sure. This was the most polarizing time in America that I can think of. Okay. And I lived through the 70s, as you did too. I lived through the 70s. Most polarizing time in America. I cannot believe what is going on. Are they out of their fucking minds? And the whole thing with them, I'd rather have a felon than a female. Yeah, are they out of their fucking minds?
I don't like that they're banning books now. That the guy who wrote the book about how to talk to a black man, was it? What was the name of it?
How to talk to a black man.
How to talk to, what was that? The guy who wrote the book. No, it was
there's a book how to talk to a black man.
Yeah, how to have a conversation with the black man. It was a very important book. It came out a couple of years ago. He's an ex-football player. It's a really great book, and he did a whole series on YouTube about how to understand their plight, their lives, and vice versa. Okay. And he just came out. They banned that, and along with that, they banned 1984, A Handmaiden's Tale. What is it? Probably One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
To Kill a Mockingbird.
To Kill a Mockingbird, which I saw at Madison Square Garden. Okay, for all the high schools in New York City, it filled the arena. This is a man who also welcomes Trump in for UFCs. But it was a beautiful day where they did. It was the guy Ed Harris, is it? No,
Ed Harris.
He might have been. I don't know.
Recently?
Yeah, it was recent. It was a couple years
Oh,
ago.
oh,
It was
okay.
lovely. It was lovely. There were busloads of kids seeing this play, and learning the history and
Oh, as a play. Okay.
yeah. Oh,
Not
it
the
was it was
Gregory
yeah.
Peck thing.
Yeah, it wasn't great. Who was it? I think it was Ed Harris.
Yeah, okay.
But it was really, really, really good. And now they're banning these books. They have
Yes.
taken the this is another thing that's upsetting me. They're whitewashing history, so there's a lot of history, American history books that they're banning, and they're taking out segments like the code talkers at World War II, the Native Americans that helped set up a code that the Germans couldn't break. They're whitewashing that out. They're starting to say that slavery wasn't so bad.
Yeah, they've been saying that for a while. Well, how about go back to the Thanksgiving, for God's sakes?
What? What are you
Thanksgiving.
talking about?
We talk about Thanksgiving. And
I know. Well, we've learned that it's
like,
not. Yeah. We learned Columbus was a piece of shit, and we've learned that Thanksgiving wasn't what they told us. We could still have a day of thanks. It just can't be Thanksgiving.
No, it's not just that. Like the natives gave us how to grow it, and then we kill them and give them syphilis.
I understand that. Instead, we could talk about the Trail of I can't say it. Tears.
Tears.
We could talk about thousands of things that are whitewashed out of history.
Right.
But there are some that we started to admit happened, and they are saying, it's not that big a deal. Don't worry about it.
Right.
All right.
Right.
So I'm a little bit worried about them saying paid protesters. There's something on X about it being a deep state project so that Americans will have a revolution or some other such nonsense.
Civil War too.
Yeah, then there's a third. This is what they're sending out there to try to spin this lovely thing that gave me hope for a day. I had hope for a whole day. So I was aware and I cared, and now I'm a little bit upset because I was really happy. And
but why are you a little bit upset now? I mean, just be happy that people came out, so you know that there's so many.
But like you said, people who were Trump heads are doubling down. My friends, people were paid. I saw an ad. No, it's not going to accomplish anything. The Trump heads are doubling down.
The problem is not the Trump heads, okay? It is, but it isn't. Because the Trump heads, they've already drank the juice. So they have drank the Kool-Aid. They're done. The problem is you have to get the people out there. Because if you look at this last election, it was 31% voted for him. 30.8 voted for her. What's the other 30-something percent?
They sat home. We know that. They sat home. But right now,
there is your issue.
But they're getting out there now. It's starting to affect them personally.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let me see them affect by writing to their.
Let's see what happens. But at least it's starting to hit home that hey, we don't want to be fascist.
I'm hoping. Here's the only thing I'm hoping that came out of all of this. I'm hoping that those Republican congressmen and senators that are backing him, no matter what he does, are looking at their constituents and saying, "Oh, that's a lot of people who oppose him." And maybe, and I'm not talking about, just follow the Constitution. Follow your oath of office. That's all. That is all.
I've been calling every day. I don't know about any of you guys. On my one of my pages, I have the phone number. I've been calling up senators like every other day just to say.
But you live in New York.
Yeah, but I call. You can dial any senator. I dial Jersey. I dial Booker just to say thanks.
Thanks.
You can dial any senator you want. They don't know where you're calling from.
Yeah,
leave a message that says your days are numbered. That's the message. Your days are numbered.
Yeah. It's a sad day when Mitch McConnell is the dissenting vote for the Republicans.
All right. Let's get off our soapboxes and go to another
Mitch
segment.
McConnell. And who was the other one? One of the Pauls. Is it Rand Paul? One of the Pauls.
And this next segment is Uplifting Animal News with Matt Capazzi. Capazzi.
Where is he?
He's not back? Here. No, he's not here. So does anybody have any uplifting animal news from the following week?
Just that tortoise story. The tortoise story I sent you, the two.
Yeah.
200-year-old tortoises that are almost extinct got put together at the zoo, and they have 4 babies. And
You're kidding.
Yes, they're like just they're so cute. You want one? I know you can't have one because you gotta live. They can live to be 200 years old. So I guess you can't have one. You can't have one as a pet. But they're so. You saw them, Kathryn? I sent you a
They're
picture.
critically endangered. That's another reason you can't have them as a pet.
Oh yeah.
So wait a minute. So just a minute. So you're telling me that 200-year-old tortoises mated and had
100-year-old tortoises.
I thought it was
100.
100 years.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
Right. 2 100-year-old tortoises.
Wow.
Yeah, they still do it. Look at that.
Okay.
Woo-hoo.
Is that like their middle-age thing or something?
They put a disco ball up. They put some music out. They lit a couple candles. It was.
Listen to some music.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they put some music on. I don't know what turtles listen to. What do the turtles listen to? Bluegrass? I have no idea.
Sounds about right. And also there was the bull rider who died bull riding.
Talk about uplifting anime news.
Yeah. 24-year-old kid.
That's so sad, though. It's sad that he's dead, but what he did, but riding a bull is not good.
Right.
I got it. I got both sides.
I want to step back on this one because I know we all hate bull riding, but they could be steak. So I don't know which is what. They could be steak.
No.
So my theory is like I don't know, like even the animals in zoos, some zoos animals are the last of their kind, and then you have to have them. And people fall in love with them behind those glass walls, as long as it's not a gas station zoo somewhere in Texas or in the South. Then I think if they take care of them, it's a good way to make people fall in love with animals. So when it gets to, I used to feed the elephants. I used to literally, before it got really strict and horrible, I used to go to the basement of the Nassau Coliseum because Dad worked there, and I would walk in the back and feed the elephants. And there was no ropes, and there was no cages up. And the guy said that if you feed them bread, it tastes like a Snickers bar. So I'd feed them bread, and we'd laugh. And it was very nice until it turned into, I guess, overpowering and people being jerks.
Yeah, people being jerks.
Yeah. But when I was a little kid, I got to feed the elephants, and it made me love elephants. And for the rest of my life, I might even retire down to an elephant sanctuary. I've been looking at it going, why not?
Well, if you
because they're in India.
Right? The Philippines, I think it's where's the one that movie, the banana movie was, all the bananas, whatever, the movie about them saving, don't tell me nobody knows this movie.
I don't know.
You do too.
No, I don't.
It's like, yes, we have no bananas. It's a movie about saving an African elephant that had been on a chain for 1 million years. And they brought him across, took him out of where they were making people ride him and everything else, and brought him to, I'm just going to open up the screen.
Yeah, only elephant movie I know is Elephant Walk, and that did not have the same outcome.
No, this was a beautiful movie.
Little girl, what is it?
Whose cat?
Mine.
Whose cat is on TV? Whose cat is on the show?
I only have one cat. I only have 2 cats that are left. My boys are gone.
Oh, I'm sorry.
My boys are gone. So,
what's
he saying?
I don't know.
He's not saying anything.
It's on tape. He's saying something. It's on tape.
If he wants to say something, he can come and say it.
Say it.
No, he's not in the room anymore. All right, now it's time for Tattletales, where we all talk shit about our pets.
Hold on, let me lift her up so she can be closer. Opa. Okay. Here she is.
Oh, I thought it was her cat. It's your cat.
No, she just wants to be pet.
All right, And what does she do this week since we're doing Tattletales? Love and Bananas, an elephant story.
Love and Bananas. Okay, never heard of it.
It's from 1971. No,
Okay.
it's not from 70. It can't be that old. Oh, 2018. It's a beautiful elephant story. You have to see it. It makes you laugh and cry.
At the same time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, there's a couple. All you have to do is Google Love and Bananas, and there's IMDb videos and trailers and everything else. It's under adventure, documentary, adventure, drama. A little bit of everything. See, a little bit of everything. Okay.
Yeah, the movie I know is Elephant Walk with Elizabeth Taylor. Not the same.
I know Water for Elephants.
Water for Elephants. What is that about? That made a Broadway play.
Elephants.
That's the one. Isn't that the one?
What's her name?
Reese Witherspoon.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Okay, that might have not been Water for Elephants.
All I know is I think it's Ashley Bella's in this one. Yeah, look, she's the director. Look up, because I think I post this a lot. Love and Bananas and Elephant Story is a really nice how they take them cross country and bring them to a sanctuary. They take them from a horrible place and bring them to a sanctuary.
Yeah.
So it's just a nice movie. Yeah, Elephant for Water. What did you say? What was Kathryn? Elephant?
Water for Elephants.
Water for Elephants. I think it's a Broadway play, isn't it?
I thought it was a Reese Witherspoon movie.
I thought it was a documentary about elephants.
I thought it was a Broadway play.
I'm still going with Reese Witherspoon movie.
Well, promise me you'll watch the banana one. And I'll look up the other one.
All right. Now it's time for... Oh, wait. Let's all talk shit about our pets.
Oh, wait. Yeah, let me just tell you, I told you this morning Mr. Q wasn't eating, so I took his food away, put it in the fridge, I brought it back. By the third time I brought it out, he ate it. And then, of course, I put out a piece of just chicken cut up, and he ate that in about 2 seconds. All right, just so you know. All right, that's a book. That's not a documentary. Water for
Elephants. Definitely a Reese Witherspoon movie.
Yeah, that's just a movie. That's just a dumb movie.
Well, I wonder what I saw.
Robert Pattinson and Reese Witherspoon.
Yeah, it was actually where she's married to the guy who's got he was evil. Christopher Waltz, he plays evil well.
Yeah, he's in it too. But again, it was also a Broadway play. The one I'm talking about is a documentary, and it's better, makes you feel better at the end. Yeah. So I'm going to stick with things that have a happy ending because otherwise I would just die. You know, that would be the end of that. I'm sorry. But anyway, Mr. Q then ate the chicken like it was nothing, and as soon as I got on this thing, he went under my legs and started licking them. He's under here now. He sleeps and eats. That's mostly what he does. But he still lets everybody pet him. So
isn't that what we all do? Well, I have cats. That's what they do.
Yeah, well, he's gotten better since I got him off that killing food. That if you go on Reddit, they tell you thousands of people have.
Oh my God, I saw that.
You saw? See, I'm not crazy. I knew I wasn't crazy.
There's some food that you shouldn't feed your dog.
I was feeding it him, and now he has seizures. And
blue something. Was it blue something?
No. It's called. What's it called?
There is a blue something.
Yeah, blue something's not bad, except for it doesn't have enough fat in it for puppies, or it doesn't have enough vitamins in it. Something for puppies.
What's the one?
The one I'm talking about is called Fresh Pet, and it's in the refrigerators in the store, so you think it's good for them. And if you go on Reddit, there's 14,000 people that say it killed their dog, it gave him seizures, and I thought I poisoned my dog, and I threw it all out.
That's it. That's the one. That's the one. Fresh Pet.
Yeah, Fresh Pet, yeah. I didn't know, and I was feeding it, and now he has seizures. And now I feel like I was killing... So I said I went out and bought Kentucky Fried Chicken and chopped it up and gave it to him because I felt so guilty.
You know, there's something called rotisserie chicken. It might be the best for him.
Yeah. I give him pretty much fresh chicken and his meals. I give him Farmer's Fresh, and I give him actually Blue Buffalo for seniors. I mix it up because he gets bored and he won't eat it when he's bored. That's what this morning was. But if I throw chicken,
won't eat because he's bored. Go figure.
No. Well, yeah, I'm telling you, because then if I put something else out, he eats it. So I know it's not that he can't eat or that he's not feeling good. It's he's getting pickier in his old age. Remember, he's like 90 something. He's like 90 something. He's like an old man now.
That's funny.
And he can't see. So he goes by his nose. If I open something, I bought a personal watermelon, which is a beautiful thing today. And I came out, and as soon as I came in the living room, he was like, "What? I smell watermelon. I smell watermelon." Yeah, he likes watermelon. So
what's the weather in New York?
Still too cold.
Is it cold? Because the other day, wasn't it like summer?
It was 70 or 80 the other day, and now it's back down to 40 or whatever. It's
okay.
It was bad. It's bad. I was supposed to work today.
I watched this woman who does like a cooking thing on like TikTok. She's like Sicilian. She's funny. And she was out in her car and she goes, "Look at me, I'm out in my car. It's 80 degrees in New York. It'll be cold again tomorrow, but it's 80 degrees today."
Oh yeah, they showed people in Central Park all sunbathing and laying out in shorts. And then as soon as the sun went down, it dropped like 20 degrees, and all these people are running, like holding their arms and running out of it's hysterical.
I would think. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I saw it too in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
When I went to class, it was warm. Everybody was out, and their children, and like just everybody, and they were in tank tops and shorts and just like summer. Then, when I was walking out of class, these people had their hands down their tank tops.
Oh God.
Yeah, like using it to cover themselves.
Oh yeah, that's the night I got stuck I took the bus from the very last spot in Bed-Stuy all the way home because I went and I sold some stuff at the Underground Market in Columbus Circle, which is a cool market. And I ended up on that. I took the 49 and I took it to the end. I took some train to the end and then took the 49 home. So I had to wait while the bus driver took to break. You know, at the end they stop and they say, "We'll take off in 10 minutes or whatever." So he stops the bus, and there were all these kids there that had been out all day, and they're all wearing shorts. And like you said, they're all putting their arms inside their shirts. They're all wearing shorts. They're all like standing there freezing. It was not freezing. I apologize. That's an exaggeration, but they were cold.
I'm sure. Freezing is probably not such an exaggeration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was warmer down south than it was up here.
Usually, yeah.
No, I mean like a lot. I mean a lot.
Okay.
It was warmer in PA, and it was warmer in PA, which it never is.
Yeah.
I don't know how that is.
I mean, I'm in Greece, and it's really not warm. It's actually unbearably cold this time of year for us here. It's weird how the seasons have changed.
Well, I'm working on that passport, Luce. You might be seeing me before you know it. I went to take the picture. It was like 8 a.m. I didn't brush my hair. I just said take it. And then I took the picture home and I was like, oh, this is horrible. So I went back the next day, took it again, and it's still horrible. So I'm gonna have to color my hair and do it because right now I'm what's it? Ombre? I got ombre and I don't want ombre.
Okay. Do they allow? Oh yeah. The U.S. passport has color.
I don't know if they allow it. That's another thing. So I'm going to color my hair Thursday.
Color. U.S. passport is color.
Oh yeah, it is in color. The one I had was in.
It has color.
Like, what was my hair color on the last one? I wonder. Now you made me think.
Anyway, so it takes a while to get passport. So order it now. You might get it in a year.
No, it's not taking that long. It really isn't. You can do it online now. That's why I went.
Yeah, you can do it online, but the processing is long, especially as they're firing people.
No, well, it's not taking as long as Social Security, but yeah, it can be done. It's not taking as long because a lot of it's still automated. I don't know where my passport went. I had it out over here to remind me. Uh-oh. Shut up. Everything's in a safe place, okay? Now that you said it, I just want to see what color my hair was.
Uh-huh.
Guess I'll never know.
I went the other day to get my Greek ID card changed because we're going from the old-fashioned one to a new one. So I did that.
Well, you can't even go across America now without a passport or a special license. So rather than do the special license, I figured I would get a passport. But I don't know.
Yeah.
It's here somewhere.
I got one of those passport cards, which I cannot for the life of me find where I put it.
Oh, so you were making fun of me because I can't find this big blue.
No, I know where my passport is. It's my passport card I can't find.
American one?
Yeah, because I got a passport card. When I did the passport this time, I said, you might as well get the card while you're at it. It's $10 more or something.
Right.
So I did. Don't need it because I don't go to the Bahamas and I don't go to Mexico and I don't whatever. So I would use my passport. But I can't find it. For the life of me, can't find it. Don't know where I put it.
No, it was literally right here this morning. That scares me. I'm losing
It'll still there tomorrow. It'll make its way back there.
I hope. Because I put it out so I would remember to go online and do this. But I should show you the picture. And I said the only way to describe the picture is I was afraid. I said that fits it. It looks afraid. It just looks like I put my hand in a socket or something. So I'm not.
All right, now it's time for Ooh. Ooh, that reminds me. And the word to get started is cave. Hold on one second. Let me try that again.
I had a cave story. I was ready.
Not so much.
All right. Let's hear your cave story, Elaine.
So I went to Ireland, and that was one of the things I picked the first time I went, is to go to this cave thing that some dog had found, some, farm dog had found, and it was famous for this. They didn't know it was there, and you could go down really far, and it had railings and lights, and of course it was probably the first year I was with Jeff, and he's 6'6", so every picture he's like
this.
He's like scrunched down, and I'm like, yay! This is wonderful.
Oh, that reminds me. I went into a cave. They have these caves here, and I went in it. I couldn't get out of it fast enough. It was scary. Not only was it scary, forget just the ducking down, the cold, the this, the that. My lungs couldn't take it. Yeah, not for me. Caves, out.
That reminds
maybe close. Sorry, go ahead. No, I didn't say anything.
That reminds me of when I was in Greece as a child, and we found this cave that we thought we had discovered, and we were like, let's go in it, thinking it was going to be the longest thing on the planet. And to kids it was pretty long, but I think in reality it was not long at all. But we made up all these stories about people living in it, and I have no idea that they did or didn't.
I remember that cave. It was on the other side of Iosostis, wasn't it?
Yep. Did you go in it?
Yeah. No, never.
It was scary, right?
I barely know where it was. You just told me where it was. Yeah, caves, not for me.
Yeah, and that reminds me.
Yes.
And
mines are not for me. Caves aren't for me. Mines aren't for me. Yeah, no.
You gotta get mines. They don't say anything.
Mines.
I know. Gosh, don't have to defend.
We were someplace. We were in Poland. That's it, Poland. Where's Krakow? Poland, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Poland. So we were there, and apparently they have these salt mines. And everyone was going there. They said, oh, let's go to the salt mines. And I'm like, how far down am I going? And is it underground? And the answer is yes and yes. It's like, yeah, no. And then the couple of friends that went said, oh, I can't believe it was so far down. And you had all these steps. And you were going into a salt mine. What did you think you were going to be into?
So you
a beautiful hell to the fucking no. A beautiful vista? I don't think so. Salt mine. I wouldn't have been able to breathe.
Does sound
I think you're
exciting.
You sounded claustrophobic.
I'm not necessarily claustrophobic. I mean, I can do the closed MRI. I'm not necessarily claustrophobic, But because I have breathing issues, especially things like with caves, it's very difficult. It's how the air is in there that's not so good. So, yeah, no caves. No. It's not the claustrophobia as well. Maybe it is. I can't breathe. How about that?
Yeah, it sounds like it's the claustrophobia because you can breathe in a cave. There's air. Just saying. Just
air.
There's air. There's air there.
It's funny air.
It's not funny air. They pump in good stuff. As long as the canary's still alive, you're safe.
Yeah, it's cave I went into didn't have canaries.
Oh,
Yeah,
they
I
left.
didn't do the salt mine. I didn't do the salt mine.
Canary in a salt mine.
Yeah. Didn't do the salt mine. I did the ones here though in Greece. There's these beautiful caves. People come from all over to go to them. They're Diri, whatever. They're beautiful caves. And when you see them, you see like the crystals that are foam that are it really is beautiful. But I'm like, get me out of here now. I couldn't get to the fast enough.
Don't mind caves. Don't mind heights. Don't mind widths. Don't mind heights, caves, widths.
Yeah, heights. Maybe a little bit of that.
Please, I can show my brother. If you showed the picture, the famous picture of 2 feet at the top of the Eiffel Tower, and you can see down. You just see the 2 feet, and then you see the ground. Yeah. Show that to my brother, and he loses his mind. He can't stand height. Even in a photograph, it's a photograph.
Yeah, I understand.
You're safe.
I gotta tell you, I've actually been to the Eiffel Tower, and I was little when I wasn't even that little. I was like 10, 11. So I was old enough to be there and to get scared from it. It was scary. Because you can see the bottom through the rails. It's not like, I've been to the Empire State Building. I've been to the World Trade Center. It's not like that kind of height.
Lucy, I just zip-lined the Grand Canyon. I'm not scared of heights.
Yeah, I wouldn't be doing that.
I mean, just knowing you did that is going to give me nightmares.
No, wouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, it's like being in a mosquito.
I would not be doing that. Yeah, no zip-lining for me. Yeah,
Kathryn, where'd you zip-line?
No.
Someplace on a school trip.
Zip-lining, not for me.
Not for me either.
No zip-lining.
It runs in the family, this scare of heights.
Yeah.
No zip-line for me.
Well, Mom, do you remember when we went to the Tower of London and how I couldn't do the heights?
No.
You don't remember me in the Tower of London not being able to go on the stairs?
I remember the stairs, but it wasn't about the heights. I thought it was about the space.
Maybe I was being claustrophobic and not a scared.
Yeah, see? Heights and claustrophobia in this family.
Yeah.
That means in your last life, I have no idea. I couldn't think of anything. But in your last life, something happened.
I don't know. Don't like it. Don't like it. Don't like it. That's all I got.
Yeah.
Don't like it.
All right. Now.
Did you say that one more time? No, don't.
Now it's time for.
What now?
What are you laughing at?
I heard a noise under my desk, and Mr. Q, there's a box, and there's his bed. He is between the box and his bed, pushing against his bed like, move over, I want to sleep on the floor. That's what he's doing. He's got 72 beds on the floor, and he sleeps between them. He's very strange. So it made me laugh because I looked down and I see him doing this.
Aww. What a cutie boy. The segment where we ask a completely random and anonymous couple's gripes and have you settle them.
Go ahead.
So who has the bag?
You have the bag today.
No, I don't. One of you has the bag.
I had it last time. Lucy, do you know it?
I never had the bag.
You never had it?
Never had the bag. Don't have the bag. I don't have the bag. Never had it.
All right, Elaine, you must have the bag then.
Because I can't even read the bag.
Okay. My question is if you go to someone's house and you buy a bunch of food and you hint you want to take some leftovers home
Uh-huh.
Your choice or their choice to give you it?
That's difficult. Because if you bring it and you're bringing it to there, it's for them.
Well, I called DoorDash. I mean, the person called DoorDash, so nobody brought it. All right? But
What you
the
mean?
person who called DoorDash paid for it and said, well, there'll be enough for leftovers. And then when dinner was done,
That's an observation, not a, I want the leftovers. I'm buying dinner, but I want the leftover. But the leftovers.
It was a hint. It was a hint, like, if there's enough, can I have some?
That ain't the hint.
I guess I have to be more blatantly.
Yes.
Give me leftovers.
Well, it's not that. You can plainly say, I'm buying dinner, but I'm taking the leftovers of mine.
I don't want to take them all, just enough for one person. You know, I don't. That's the problem. And I don't know if you know it, but since I'm single, there's too much food when I have something, so I always end up. Yeah.
When I order, for example, when I order, and you can say something like that. When I order, I always order and say, "Yeah, I want to have enough for tomorrow." Like I'm ordering this, but I want some for tomorrow.
Well, that's what I was hinting at, and I said that, and then when I got the car, I didn't want to ask.
Hinting is not saying.
It's hinting, because people should be kind on their own. I shouldn't have to force them.
No, assume nothing.
They also might not know.
Right, because they might not have understood your hint. You might have thought you said something, but it was not clear. Any one of those things.
Well, there were remarks made of, you spent too much money, so.
That's when your perfect opportunity to say, yeah, because I want some for tomorrow.
Oh, see, I'm a dick. I didn't even think of that.
So, I mean, that's when you say something like that. Yes, I did that because I wanted to make sure I had some for tomorrow.
Yeah, I figured I'd take a plate home for tomorrow. I thought I said something like, I'd like to take a plate home for tomorrow. But then I think that the conversation was changed at that time and it was forgotten.
Oh, well, then they clearly understood it and decided to.
Hold on. Who was the conversation changed by? You or them?
Them, clearly.
Because it was a madhouse. I told you. It was a madhouse.
Well, what was the conversation changed to?
Probably a mom thing, probably. You know.
All right, so that's not their fault. That's the children's fault.
Yeah, that's it. Well, I said that. The children definitely don't know how to share over there. That's the next lesson. All right. Love and Bananas, definitely rented soon.
All right, and that's about gorilla, monkey, elephants?
Yeah, I don't know why it says Love and Bananas. I guess they eat a lot of bananas.
Cute. All right, now it's time for Ask Mom with Lucy Dunn, the segment where we ask my mom whatever.
Anything.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you, what's that pink thing you're wearing? It's pretty on you.
The pink thing I'm wearing?
Is it a robe?
Yes, it's a house robe.
Nice.
Thank you.
Okay, that was my question. Now, ask me anything. I got nothing.
Elaine, you got no questions?
I was just going to ask if you got a spare room and how long does the flight?
The flight New York direct is like 9 hours, 10 hours, something like that.
No, I have to do it through Ireland.
Yes, I have a spare room.
I had to do it through Ireland. You know that.
Well, Ireland is, I think, 6 hours from New York.
Yeah,
and then from there it's like about another 3.5 to here.
How would you get through Ireland?
Aer Lingus, she's got to go.
That's where my tickets are cheapest.
Would you go to Ireland and then to Greece on Aer Lingus?
Yeah. Okay. That's what I would do. I might even stay a day in Ireland and finally get into that graveyard. Because I know that the Dobsons and O'Connells are buried in Galway. And I got to the gate and it was closed last time. So I would like to go and just...
How far is Galway from the airport you're landing in on? Where are you landing?
I think it's Shannon. It's on the Shannon side, so it's on the west coast. It's
so you're way up there.
Yeah, it's up. It's not top, but it's it's put it this way. I think that it's not a daily, but it's every other day or something.
Hold on a second. So your flight is to Shannon or to Dublin? Or you're going
I
to go
would
to
take it to Shannon and then take a bus across or something. Because Ireland's like going to Pennsylvania. It's so small.
Okay.
You know, it's not that big a place. I just never got in the graveyard. I know where the graveyard is. I just never got in it. So I'd like to go in it and find the graves and then say, "Why'd you leave, you bastards?" I know we were hungry. I know
Yeah, a little bit, something like that.
we were hungry. I know.
Like that.
Anyway, I'd love to see Greece though. I told you I work with that girl. Mina's from Greece, and she has a house there.
Okay.
So I go there. So I don't know how big Greece is. Is it as big as Pennsylvania?
It's about the size of Utah. Don't ask me what that is in relation to Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how big is Utah?
Don't know, but that's the answer. The answer is our square footage is about that, and our coast is more than Florida, which has the most coastline of any European country.
Ah.
Greece has the most coastline of any European country. We're not a big country, but we have a lot of coastline because everything's.
Well, that's like I just found out that my ancestors in Italy are on a coastline too, so I'd like to go there too. So that's the next one. When I win Lotto and I can do all this traveling.
Okay. But, where are you from in Italy?
Salenta. Cilenta. It's near something. I put it in my phone, so I can't look.
CIL or CIN?
CILINA, I think. CLNINE. It's not. It's on the top of the boot arch. You know, if you use your foot, like right on the top of that where your foot is. Like, yeah.
Okay, so like above Puglia. Whatever.
Remember, I'm the Italian that's not Italian, so yeah.
I got it.
Yeah, I don't like cannolis. My brother says I'm adopted. We bet this. I'm adopted.
Your DNA?
I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, we did our DNA. We did our DNA. So I'm Greco-Roman, and Kathryn is a combination of Greco-Roman and her Irish blood. A little bit more Irish than Greco-Roman. So
that's pretty funny. So I didn't know you were. Kathryn Dunn sounds Irish.
I'm also Russian, Romanian, English.
Where's the
but that was so little.
Where's the Irish part from?
Her father.
No, I meant what part? Where in the country in Ireland? I know Ireland a little bit.
I don't think they even know.
I don't know. I want to say Dublin, but I might just be saying that.
You might be just saying that's a big city, yeah.
You're just saying that.
Probably.
You have
no idea.
They don't.
Well, and if you go into any quote unquote church, supposedly the priest will help you find your roots.
Elaine, her last name is Dunn.
Yeah, so it's like Smith, but they can still find it. There's still a Tartan out there. There's still, I'm an O'Connell. There's 1,000 O'Connells.
They have no idea. I don't even think that the Dunns knew where they were from. No, seriously. Well, seriously. And I remember her grandfather saying they were so poor they couldn't afford the E.
He said that?
Something like that. They were so poor they couldn't afford the E.
I thought you said to eat. I was like, oh, that was everybody.
The E at the end of Dunn.
Yeah.
Is there an E or not an E? No, we were so poor we couldn't afford the E.
Grandpa said that.
I think so. Somebody said that.
That's funny.
That's where I heard it.
That's funny.
So
yeah, that is funny. Right?
The E. Yeah. I don't know. That's not.
All right. Well, it's Gaelic. It usually spelled with an E, but not always. It means dark or brown, and it's the name roots tracing back to the O'Regan family in the county of Meath, and the county of Wicklow. So those are and it was a noble family in the county of Laos, county of Meath, and the county of Wicklow. So you might be, you might be like royalty in Ireland.
Nice.
So poor they couldn't afford the E.
Well,
they were the other side of the family.
That's when he got here, but not when he was there.
Well, no, he was never there.
And there's a lot of Dunn stores in Europe, but they're
Yes.
Dunnes. They can afford the E. The guys who own the
Can
store.
afford the E. The E looks
But I
nice.
like that you're from a noble family.
The E looks nicer. It does.
All right, Elaine, what have we been working on all week? Or is that all the questions for my mom?
Was there questions for me in there?
So we're in. We were working on, what was the title? The working title was "Give Me a Plane Ticket to Anywhere."
Grease.
Welcome to Greece, Elaine.
Oh, really? Is that where I am?
Yep.
Are there a lot of cats here?
Many cats.
This is my tour guide, but don't worry. If she gives you a tour on the Greek street, she could be arrested.
I didn't know. Who's going to tell? Who would tell?
Neither me. Tell. Are you a snitch?
Snitches get stitches. You have stitches, though.
Yeah, that's where I got my stitches.
Many snitches in Greece.
Well, yes. I want to find out where you. Well, wait. If you're not a tour guide, what do you do?
I'm a tour manager, a tour director. Depending on the company I work for, it's one of those two titles.
And my pink friend, what does he do?
I'm a loving being.
Oh, just hangs out in whatever area we go to?
Yep.
Wow. And was ready to rat on the tour guide?
No.
Yeah. Well, Kathryn's a tour guide, but she doesn't tour guide.
It's true.
What does that mean?
Kathryn's a licensed tour guide.
Yeah, I have a license.
Oh. You have a license?
Yeah, but I don't do it.
You're not allowed to take anybody around on land either?
No, she can. I'm not. I do it, but I'm not licensed. She doesn't do it, but she's licensed.
This is a crazy country where the Americans can take people around. The pink being just loves us.
Different country. She's a New York City tour guide. In Greece, you can't be a tour guide without being a tour guide. You cannot be on archaeological sites or places that are sanctioned by UNESCO and be acting like a tour guide.
So if I come see you, which I obviously am, and I'm sitting here with me, your daughter, the pink friend, and I want you to take me around, you have to just point and not say anything.
I can't point. I can tell you anything I want. There's only 2 of us. I don't have 50 people behind me.
What's behind you? What's behind you? Go ahead, tell us.
Usually, I have a group of people behind me.
Well, then you're
like a thing where I have to hold up, and so that they don't lose me, and they follow me, and that kind of stuff. But I'm tall, and I say, "Don't lose me."
I think that the pink guy has lost. I think that my pal is lost.
Oh, I think he went to sleep.
He did? Yeah. I'd be very careful with that. I've got colleagues that have all kinds of flags and stuff. I don't do any of that nonsense.
Why?
Because I'm tall and I don't have to. And because I've done it long enough, I don't lose anybody. And I tell my people who are my chaperones how they have to do it.
Yeah, this is all you need. Look, I'm selling these. Look, this is all you need. I'm selling these. Ready?
Yeah. Not wearing that either. Not wearing that either.
I have them in brown and white. I could sell them to you right now.
Not wearing that either.
That's the reason I came to Greece, damn it. I was going to sell these nice, cool things to everybody on the street.
Yeah, they don't like the reindeer from Macy's. They're more into the Spartan helmets or the crowns or the olive wreath thingies or whatever.
Right, then everybody, but listen, if you have these, then you'll stand out and they'll say, my tour guide, which I can't say is a tour guide, is that deer over there.
Yeah, no.
Buy these. Buy these.
No.
Buy these.
I don't wear things like that.
Now that's it. That's what you're getting for Christmas every year, pal.
Not wearing things like that. I don't wear things like that. If it's a visor and it takes the sweat off my face, that's something different. I would wear a visor. But yeah.
I advise you wear a visor, but
Yes,
I'm not selling visors. I'm selling antlers. Somebody get the picture right. I'm selling antlers.
And why are you selling antlers? Are you literally selling antlers?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
I'm selling anything that's not nailed down. That's what I'm doing.
Oh, okay.
Wake up, Kathryn.
Sorry.
Kathryn's coming to me.
Okay.
All right, guys.
Sorry,
this has been amazing.
I tried.
You've been amazing.
It was a horrible story there, but
What
now I
was?
learned that nobody will buy my wares, which you're not supposed to do, and I was going to give them away at the end, but now no one is going to wear them. So you can wear your headphones, and that'll have to count. Okay?
All right. I'll put antlers on my headphones for you.
Oh, I love you.
Love you too. You've been amazing. This has been the Kathryn Dunn Show. Check us out next week, same place. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Elaine. Thank you, Matt Capazzi. I'm sorry you left. Hopefully, we'll see you next week. And
Sorry.
yeah.
I think he hates me.
No.
Another one.
Why he left?
Yeah.
All right.
I think it might be just like you're getting a lot of pixelization today.
Yeah, maybe that's it. All right.
I think.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Because we were talking.